I've been bleeding out an abscess between the eye tooth and the bicuspid, and I've been bleeding it out for hours. What I did is I tried to remove the calculus in the general area, and that took several hours before I managed to get anything to happen. Then I realized that the abscess was between the eye tooth and the bicuspid, that I could actually get to it. Okay, so I swept around the eye tooth with the sickle blade. That dislodged the plug that was blocking the abscess, and then blood started coming out. And it's been coming out ever since. I ended up trashing the gum a pretty fair amount, so it's kind of hard to say what I can do there. But I certainly want to bleed out the abscess as much as possible, and then we'll see about whatever's left. So I'm going to use this toothpick, which works out pretty nicely. With the toothpick, it's almost like a piece of sandpaper or a buffing tool, so it'll tend to remove loose things, and it works out real nicely. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll just see what happens. So much blood was coming out, I was starting to get scared. I thought I'd hit a blood vessel or something. So I actually stopped the blood with a paper towel. So now I'm back in business again, and I'm going to bleed it out. And then I'm pretty sure I didn't lose that much blood. It might add up, believe it or not. Realistically, this is all cleansing blood to wash out the abscess. Also, there's an abscess on both sides of the eye tooth. So this is really quite critical, this whole thing, because this is the abscess that more or less threatens the whole quad. So if I can get rid of this, there's a good chance this area will recover with some decency. And certainly it didn't stand a chance with this thing. The whole area was toast. I was completely amazed about how much blood came out of that thing. Oh, and then the reason I know that it's abscess is because they're chunks. See, if it has substance to it, then it's certainly more than just blood. So I did it from the eye tooth side. Now I'm going to do it from the bicuspid side. So not so much blood anymore. Okay, I'm going to go back with the curette. So this is the blade. There's the sickle. There's the regular. Okay, I'm going to start with the regular curette. This should largely get it started again. And then we see what happens. And then if I pass out, I just jump in bed. No blood comes out, that means it's done. Okay, I'm going to just do my thing. I'm going to go back along the bicuspid. I'm going to swing around. That's what I'm going to do. Alright. Okay. If you look at it, it's very blob-like. If you look at this, it looks very blob-like. So I think it's a fair statement that this is abscess and not blood. So as awful as this sounds, what I pretty much need to do is trust that I'm correct. And because if it is blood, I could bleed myself out. But that's not what I intend to do. What I intend to do is bleed out the abscess. And then the assumption is this thing is going to eventually stop. It's just going to take a while. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in from the bicuspid side, get in there, hang out with this thing, and just kind of hang to help the thing bleed out. Okay, believe it or not, there's not as much this time. They're thinking that maybe it will bleed itself out. Maybe there's some truth to that. Try to run a clean shop here. Try to have some more. It has to be abscess. It has to be abscess. This is so weird. Huh. 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 Okay. That's so disgusting. Yeah, it was definitely abscess. It can't be blood. No possible way. That thing was disgusting. That thing was like a creature. Just let this bleed out for a while. Clean up! Let's check this thing out. Make a fresh start. Okay, so here, looks like a gigantic blob. I think that's going to probably break up. Well, it just goes to show you. I had no idea there could be so much stuff inside these abscesses. But I think this thing was going to take down the whole side. So if these teeth survive, then this gets the credit.